Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to part 2. Now, as I said, with these composite functions, there's two nasty things you have to worry about. So for example, if I gave you f of x is x squared minus 2x, and g of x is minus x plus 1, or I'd write 1 minus x. Asked you to combine them, say, just come up fog of x, combine the equations. Here, first thing you got to do is realize it's g of x on the inside, or minus x plus 1. And on the outside, it's f of x, or you go to your f of x, and every time you see x, you plug in minus x plus 1, and this would become now, you'd have to FOIL this out. Minus 2 times minus x is plus 2x minus 2. Now, minus x times that minus x is x squared, minus x plus 1, plus 2x minus 2, x squared, minus 1. All the x's cancel out. Now, of course, on the diploma multiple choice, which version would they give you? They could give you this. They could give you this. They could even factor this, because this is x plus 1 times x minus 1. What I'm trying to say is, there's more than one way to write out the equation. You have to be aware of all of them. So if you get an answer that's not one of the multiple choice answers, check. Can you change it? Can you simplify it? Can you go from here to here? Okay? So be careful about that. Now, as I said, this can get kind of complicated. So a nastier version would be something like f of x is x plus 3. G of x is x squared minus 1. H of x equals 7 minus x. So there you go. So how could I combine these? How about g of f minus h of x? So what the heck am I saying here? Well, right here, this is f of x minus h of x. So this is x plus 3 minus h of x is 7 minus x. Now, I'm going to pause the recording. I want you guys to pause this. I want you to figure out what this is, and then plug it into g of x and tell me the final answer. When you're done, come back and we'll compare our answers, okay? So pause the recording, please. Welcome back. So this is x plus 3 minus 7 plus x, or 2x minus 4. Now, all of this will be inside the g, or g of x. So I should be putting g, that is your color coding. So I go back, and every time in g of x, every time I see x, I replace it with 2x minus 4, or sorry, color code that. Now, see if we can factor this. Yes, you can ask about factoring out a 2 and then squaring it, whatever. This should be 4x squared minus 8x minus 8x plus 16 minus 1, or 4x squared minus 16x plus 15, I think. And once again, which version would they ask on the diploma? Well, I got this answer. then I multiplied it out. I don't know which one they want. Be prepared to do both. All right? Now, this, of course, can get nasty with 3 terms. I haven't seen anything more than 3 terms. I'll cram it in here. What if they asked g of h of f? Can you do that? Actually, you can't. Pause the recording. Actually, I'll give you a hint. If you're still a little fuzzy, you start with f of x, which is x plus 3. And then what do you do with it? We'll pause the recording, think about it, come up with an answer. When you're ready, restart the recording again, and we'll talk about it. So pause the recording, please. Okay, welcome back. Now, f of x, and then it's h of x. So this is h, or h of x plus 3. So we go to h of x, and every time we see x, oh, sorry, that should be red. Never mind. So every time we see x, we replace it with x plus 3. In this instance, that is 7 minus x minus 3. 7 minus x minus 3. That's 4 minus x. And then we go g on the outside. So this becomes, sorry, getting ahead of myself, g. And you'll notice how I'm going back and doing this. If this is confusing you, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to do it one at a time. So then we go g of x, which is x squared minus 1. So every time we see an x, replace it with a 1. Sorry, with a 4 minus x. Now we square this. And what do we get? 16 minus 8x minus x squared minus 1, or 15 minus 8x minus x squared. All right, so let's pause the recording and look at this. And if you get it, we'll go on to the third part where it gets a little nasty.